Everybody, happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a great day. Let's start as we always do. If you can stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Congressman needs, well, he needs vodka, but he might water. Boy, that better not be on video. I have learned that everything I say is on tape. I'm a slow learner. Secondly, yeah, what's going on here, John? Sounds like it's raining. Which one? I don't know that we even need it. If we can, John, if we can turn that off, I don't think we need any of it. It sounds like someone's watching. Hey! Secondly, folks, for those of you who have been to my town halls, our second ritual with which we begin these gatherings always is, and it's a wonderful reminder for me and for everybody who joins me at these town halls. A lot going on in the country right now. It may be too ugly, too yucky for many of your tastes. Let's always remember this is the greatest country in the history of the planet, no matter where you are politically. And I believe it's primarily the greatest country in the history of the planet because we've had men and women die for this country. So, every time I gather with my employers, my constituents, I like to most importantly recognize the men and women in our presence who have worn the uniform and served this country. If you have worn the uniform and served this country, either raise your hand or stand up and be recognized. I'll tell you about the grill in a little bit. Welcome. We should have plenty of seats. Come on in, sit. I'm so happy to see everybody. This is our third or fourth town hall this week that I've been home. I think it'll be our last one this week, and then I go back to Washington Monday, and I may never come back. No, I'm serious. They're supposed to keep us there all month. I don't think they will. I will. I'll run back if I have to. I am asked all the time, why I continue to do these. And let me make a couple of important points. When I got elected, I said that there would not be a member of Congress, Republican or Democrat, who would hold more town halls than me. To date, that's true, and that's not going to stop. I don't know the exact number. I think I'm going to make my staff next week find out the exact number. We're somewhere right around 100 since I was sworn in January. And as you all know, the other thing we do, because sometimes these town halls are a little too formal, a little too staged, a little too whatever for people. So we started something in February called Have a Cup of Joe with Joe. And Joe, your congressman, shows up at some coffee shop or restaurant in the district every weekend, and anybody can come, touch me, feel me, yell at me, do whatever. And it's usually a much smaller setting. We'll get 5 to 10 to 15 or 20 of us, and you can come ask me questions or let me know what's on your mind that you might not be comfortable doing in a bigger group. I love them. Sometimes I lose my temper a little bit after I love you. But I'm asked all the time why I keep doing this. Because in talking to a lot of my colleagues back in DC, most of them don't do this. The reason is twofold. The least important reason is I enjoy this. I thoroughly enjoy this. Now this is difficult. For the next hour, see, unlike when you go on TV, when I'm on TV, and for 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 minutes, I gotta be on, or most things that you do as a congressman, you really gotta kind of be on your game for no more than 15 or 20 minutes. When I'm with you all for an hour and a half, and boom, 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 7 or 8 people are taping me, one teeny little flub up and you know what happens. Yeah. So when I'm done after these, ask my wife Helene, I am exhausted. I head for the closest vodka and tonic I can find. I am exhausted. But I thoroughly enjoy it. Most of you who know that I'm on TV a lot, hopefully you've noticed that I really am on MSNBC and CNN and ABC a lot more than I'm on Fox. And I'm asked to be on Fox darn near every day of the week. But I don't go all the time. I enjoy being with people and arguing with people who don't agree with me. I really, truly do. I enjoy this. The second reason why I do this, and I keep doing it, is because I truly, truly believe that though not everybody, I can guarantee, not everybody in this hall voted for me, darn near everybody in this hall hired me, whether you wanted to or not. This district hired me. I am still old-fashioned in that I believe, and I'll be honest with you folks, most Republicans and Democrats in DC don't believe this. Say that again. Most Republicans and Dems don't. I truly believe I work for you. You are my employers. I say that a lot with a chuckle, but I say it seriously. You are my employers. If I don't have the courage or the decency to get in front of you all the time so you can let me know what you think, I shouldn't be your representative. Now, many of you may want to send me packing in a year and a half. Oh, phew. But I take that seriously. Now look, life's too short, and I think right now what's going on in this country is too important to beat around the bush. For those people who follow me, you know I say what's on my mind. I think the country's going through a revolution right now for the very soul of what it means to be an American. I think it's a great thing. I think it's long overdue. Liberal or conservative, I don't care where you are, you better strap up and buckle up, because get ready, this country's going through something huge. And I think it's great. Long, long overdue. And so I'm going to do things I know that are going to tick people off. I know I already have. I'm going to say what's on my mind and do what I believe and always get in front of you, because you all have the ultimate power. You can send Joe Walsh packing in another year. And so if you don't like what I've done, if you don't like what I've said, understand, you got the ultimate power. You know, redistricting's kind of funny. We're going to know, hopefully in a week or so, how it really is going to shake out. I don't truly know who I'm going to run against. I don't truly know what district I'm going to run in yet. But I will have an opponent. I will run again because I want to. What I want to do in Washington, I'm not even close to being done yet. And I don't care if I'm in the safest Republican district in the world and Joe Walsh could just coast to victory in a year. I don't care. Whoever my Democratic opponent is, I'm going to do what incumbents never do. I'm going to grab his or her hand and I'm going to make him or her debate me every month or so until the next election. I don't care if I'm a shoo-in to win. But boy, wouldn't that be nice. I've never been through something like that. This is the most important thing I do. I know that technically the most important thing I do is grab that voting card, and every week in DC, every day in DC, I've got to make votes. And technically, you can probably say that is the most important thing, because that's you voting. I'm your voice. But man, I'll tell you, I am so thoroughly disgusted with politics, and I see too many of my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats, that don't go through this all the time. It bothers me. Right here in Illinois, there are too many that don't want to do this. It's a pain in the butt. Somebody's taping you. I don't want to deal with that. They're going to take something I say and turn it into a commercial against me. I don't want to do that. You mean I have to sit there and listen to questions I really don't care about? I don't want to do that. Man, I am sick of that stuff. We have too much of that in Washington. I would argue that a big reason why our country is falling off a cliff right now is because we got professional politicians who truly don't give a damn about what's going on back home. So I do this because it's part of the job description, it's my duty. I also like it. It's fun. I love to know what people think. And I love to know what you think when you don't agree with me. Are you interrupting my introduction?
Yes, I am.
Fire away. That's okay. What are you going to say?
I want to know, out of all these town halls, are you listening to the American people and understanding what they are saying?
Certainly listening. So every time I'm at these, every time I'm with constituents, I listen. And see, listen, and I think I'm smart enough to try to understand what somebody who disagrees with me is saying. At the end of the day, do I agree or disagree? That's where we run into differences.
Yeah, but that's what makes this country so great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's great about this district that starts up here in Woodstock, goes all the way east to the lake, Gurnee, and then east of Gurnee, and goes all the way south to Schaumburg and Palatine. This is a very diverse district. I may have won by 291 votes. But it truly is a swing district. Here, again, Republicans and Democrats, they play games, right? They draw and gerrymander their own districts so that most of them are safe. And if you're safe and you can get reelected without having to do this, Republican or Democrat, they love it. I mean, look in Illinois, we've got safe Democrats who never have to worry about this. We've got safe Republicans who never have to worry about getting reelected. That's wrong, because this keeps you on your toes. This is a great district in that there are darn near equal number of Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. So this district will always keep me on my toes. And yes, I've got a lot of faults in life, a lot. But I pride myself on listening to all viewpoints. Okay, a couple quick points, and then we're going to open this up to questions. I know it bothers people to a degree that Washington ain't getting along right now. I know it bothers people that we're fighting a lot. I hear that all the time. Republicans and Democrats, all you do is yell at each other. Why can't you come together, hold hands, and do something for the American people? I hear it daily. So I listen to it. I understand it. And you look at the super committee. The super committee was almost a microcosm of all of Congress. They put 12, was it 12? Yeah, 6 Republicans, 6 Democrats in a room and said, find $1.2 trillion in cuts over the next 10 years. Go! And even after 3 or 4 months, they couldn't do anything. That's a microcosm right now of Congress. So what I'm about to say, again, may not make some of you feel very good. And I apologize. This is partly a prediction. Not much is going to happen this next year, folks. Really. I would argue not much should happen. and you may disagree with that argument. When I say, and I don't say this lightly, that America, the United States of America, is going through a revolution. It's like we're having a once every 100 to 120 year real arm wrestling match about what it means to be an American. That's what we're doing. And so, in a revolution, in a war, and it's a war, it's a fight. I feel like I'm in a war every week, and we're not hitting each other, we're not shooting each other. It's a respectful war, but there are two legitimate sides. And without getting into details yet, because maybe we'll find some of those details in the questions, you can look at two faces. If you had President Obama's face right here and Joe Walsh's face right here, those are the two sides of this revolution. Joe Walsh believes dramatically different than what Barack Obama believes in what this country needs to turn itself around. How's that? That's pretty diplomatic. We have dramatically different visions for how America is going to succeed and grow and prosper. It's not like we're right here. It's not like Obama's right here and Walsh is right here and we can kind of come together. I mean to tell you, because I listen to Republicans and Democrats in Washington every week fight, they are mountains apart. We are mountains apart. So the odds of us coming together in the next year are really slim.